screenshots
All right.
that we're going to release in a series according to the tier of what they're worth, the tiers that you created, the severity. Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to release the first tier in the first data dump, or are we going to, like, every data dump we're going to have the 3 tiers?
What we'll do is we'll release the first tier according to severity. So what we'll do is we'll start off with the least severity, is what we'll do, building it up. And the advertising agent I talked to, he told me a few things that are definitely very useful here. I told him the type of information that we ran across, which is people being pedophiles, people doxing, and people flagging. And he asked me, he said, what is your incentive in, releasing this? What do you expect to gain out of it? And I told him, I said, I myself, my self-interest in this issue is to, gain fame and notoriety and subs and views and attention towards us and our ideology, while simultaneously destroying the enemy, which is the idpol filth and the disingenuous handcaps who are now betraying you and stepping on you. Do we have the same interest here, or do you have more of a moral and ethical interest underlining this thing you're doing here?
No, I'd say that we have the same interest, but if it were any other group, I'd still expose them. So I'd say it's a little bit of both, really.
Okay, so in order to maximize our self-interest here, this is what we need to understand that the advertiser gave to me. He said there's 2 different types of proof that I have. One is absolute hard evidence, and the other one is accusations. Now, he said that absolute hard evidence is indestructible. The hard evidence that we have in some of these people, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, being or having done some of these things is great. But he also said, don't be shy to act on circumstantial evidence or accusational evidence, because accusational and circumstantial evidence can definitely tarnish these people's reputation. And it's the accusational evidence and the circumstantial evidence that is going to allow this basically PR campaign of drama that we've created to continue. Because what damages people's reputation is proof, hard evidence. But what creates long-standing, outstanding drama to drag on the issue and give us more attention and get people to talk about us, which, gee, everyone is either talking about me or you right now, dude. It's fucking nuts. There's people making videos I never heard of us now. So it's the accusational and circumstantial evidence that is going to give us this long-term attention. So we have 3 categories here: pedo, doxing, and flagging. Now, under each of those categories, I have a little bubble graph here that the advertising agent gave me. The words proof and accusation is under each one. And so for each category, we're going to want to include hard evidence and then include circumstantial and accusational evidence surrounding that. So, for example, this is kind of how we would want to go about each issue, okay? Now, what are the names of the people that we found hard evidence that they're indeed pedophiles who engage in rhetoric with minors, homicidal people rhetoric? What were those people? That was Finball, right? And was DemSoc 101? Were those people?
Yeah, it was Finball, it was Jason Unruh, and it was Endymion, and DemSoc 01 defended them.
Okay. So now at those people that you just mentioned, who we believe are pedophiles, how many out of those people do we have absolute proof showing them engaging in those activities, and which one?
I haven't seen all the evidence you have. I don't fucking know. There could be more.
Wait, what'd you say?
I don't know. Outside of those people, I don't know. You're the one who's holding. That's the problem with this whole thing that I've been noticing from the beginning, is you're holding all the evidence, so I don't really know what we have.
Well, I'm telling you what we have at this current point in time. But hold on, back up for a second. This is what I'm trying to ask you. We have screenshots of them engaging in a conversation talking about the rape and homicide of a minor, correct? And who are those people engaging in that conversation, the one that you showed me?
Finnish Bolshevik, Jason Unruh, and Endymion.
Oh, wait a minute. That Discord conversation literally is Jason Unruh in a Discord chat?
Yeah, read the Reddit comments. It's some people from his Discord server were saying that was Jason Unruh using a sock account, and Jason Unruh confirmed that.
Oh, he did confirm that. Okay, good. So would you consider that absolute hard evidence that those people are definitely pedophiles? Yes or no?
Yes.
This is a question that we're all going to have to ask ourselves. Would that be considered hard evidence that these people are pedophiles?
An erotic role play where they talk in graphic detail about raping and murdering a little girl. Yes, I think that's hard evidence.
I think that any psychologist with any kind of degree in dealing with people who are these types of people would look at that conversation and say that these people are definitely disturbed on a level in which they need and require treatment at this point in time, and it probably is safe to say that they are pedophiles. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
I'd say so. After a bit of thought.
Okay, good. So we have hard evidence already that a few of these people are pedophiles, and it's safe to say so. Now we're going to move on to the circumstantial evidence, the things that I have not been able to prove without a shadow of the doubt yet, but nonetheless, the accusations are still good for advertising and the PR campaign of what we want, which is to destroy our opponents and create a controversy surrounding them. So follow me here with this. So in the category of pedo, we have proof, absolutely hard evidence and proof that some of these people are definitely pedophiles. Basically the logic that we went over, and that's how we're going to want to present that evidence when we talk about that in the podcast. Now what we need to do is create a map in our heads right now. Who are the YouTubers and intellectuals, or whether you want to call them intellectuals or not, who are the characters that surround themselves with these people that we have absolutely proved already that they're pedophiles? You have Thought Slime, you have Batco, you have a number of people, a large network. These pedophiles are part of the large network of Socialist Idpol, and they are part of the network of most of these people who are attacking us at this current point in time, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where the circumstantial accusational evidence comes in, okay? This is how you create this. This is how you create a successful PR campaign and defeat your opponent and make it work for you, benefit you. This is what I'm talking about here. Okay, so listen to this logic. We have these groups of individuals who we've proven beyond a reasonable doubt are pedophiles because we've caught them engaging in simulated conversation in which they pretend they're murdering and raping children, and these people have been shown to be the following. And these people who we are showing here that are engaging in these conversations are directly connected and collaborate with the YouTubers who have been attacking us for weeks upon weeks. And I would say that it wouldn't be going too far to say that they could be pedophiles also, because they are taking a large amount of time defending people that they know are pedophiles. Now, at this current point in time, I can't absolutely prove beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt, like the other people that we have proven, like that Thought Slime or Batco is a pedophile and this and that. We don't have the hard evidence to show that, but the mere fact that they're collaborating and defending other pedophiles that they know are pedophiles would be enough for me and most people to suspect them of being pedophiles. So you think about that, viewer audience. Do you get where I'm going at here?
Yeah.
Okay, and this is how we're going to have to carry out our arguments. And this is exactly what Dapperton is doing. He's getting circumstantial evidence on both of you guys, and he's forming a logical and rational basis behind the conclusions that he's coming to. And then we'd have to go into the doxing part. We have a tremendous amount of hard evidence that there's doxing and flagging taking place in all these fucking servers. And this is the evidence that I'm going to start handing over to you guys in the next couple of days in a series of files, and you're going to have to comb through them. It's going to be your guys' job to comb through them and take the best, and what you're going to do with all these disinformation that I'm going to give you in the Sarabamba ESO is you're going to this is going to be an ongoing project. We're going to keep adding to this as we go along to try to drag this out. We're going to try to drag out this drama until it dies or until it causes our opponents so much damage that they just can't operate anymore. But it's going to make us popular, okay? So what I'm going to have you do for this
no shit, man. We haven't even released the information yet, and I've gotten like $20 on Patreon since the beginning of this week.
Yeah. Yes. Now, I am absolutely confident that if you guys listen to my PR scheme here and follow the plan that I'm giving you, that this will work. Because the guy that I talked to, he just recently had to go. He's actually in our server. He works as an advertising agent. He has an education in advertising psychology. His entire career is meeting corporations and businesses and creating PR schemes and campaigns in order to sell their products and get people to buy their shit. It's basically a psychology game, and he engages in all kinds of shit, all kinds of PR projects to get companies to launch off and people pay attention to them, from creating drama and controversy to get attention to celebrities and issues, and this is everything. He does everything. So I'm getting really good top-tier advice from this. And me and Red, we've been conducting what you call dragnet surveillance. Okay? Me and Red hasn't particularly been reading every single thing we look at, but anything that we see, if we see them talking about anything remotely suspicious, we would snapshot their conversation. So that's what we got these files in the form of right now. That's why they're so big. Okay, so the reason why this is going to have to be released in a series of files is because it's going to take forever to go through all this shit. Because we've conducted dragnet surveillance, and what that means is that anything that's suspicious, we just took under. Now, all these things that are suspicious that we deem to contain possible incriminating evidence, it's going to be your guys' job to go through each file of dragnet surveillance before it's released and comb through them and meticulously pay attention to each thing that's in the file, to comb through the evidence and take out the juiciest of shit, and then organize it according to different tiers, like you said you're going to do. Okay, and this is how surveillance works. This is how the NSA and the FBI conducts surveillance on innocent and private citizens. They conduct dragnet surveillance. They just capture everything, or anything that they see that remotely looks like it might be suspicious, and then they pass it on to a third party, and they sift through it a second time, taking more things out and filtering more through things. It's a filtration process. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what's going on now. You guys at this point in time are going to start getting hold. You're going to get a hold of the information that me and Red has, and you're going to see what we actually have. And I can confirm with you at this point in time that I still haven't been able to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that those signs are pedophile. But I really do believe that he is. And I believe that via the evidence that we already have, in which we prove that these other people are pedophiles, we could safely say that it's safe to assume that he is as well. Because he hangs out with them all, and he hangs out with the people who constantly defends the pedophiles on their YouTube channel, which is why all this started. That's why the id polls mad at us. The id pollers aren't even getting really mad about us accusing them of being doxers.
Yeah.
If you just remember back,
I've known that from the beginning here. They're only mad at us because we have shit on them. They don't care about what we're saying.
Yes, exactly. And another strange thing is that you could use what is it called? Self-reflecting or mirroring, or would you say when people randomly start to talk about something that's unrelated, they're kind of self-reflecting.
Projection.
What did you call it?
Projection.
Yeah, projection. Well, there was an awful lot of projection going on the other day after we accused Backhoe's friends of being pedophiles, and he went on this sarcastic tirade of him making memes of himself, saying that he's a pedophile and he loves 13-year-olds and this and that. Is that projection, or is that really him being comedic? Or is that him being projecturally comedic in a way that would make people think he's not a pedophile when he really fucking is?
Yeah, it's complete projection, because I didn't even accuse him of being a pedophile.
Yes, exactly. So what better way for people? This is literally how the pedophile thinks. Okay, the pedophile has been caught. So the socialist pedophile network has been infiltrated, and some of them have been caught in the act. And now the other ones that have collaborated with them and are engaging in pedophilia also, but we haven't caught them yet, they've come to the defense of their buddies who have been caught, and they're now self-projecting so that people don't think they're pedophiles too by associating with their little group of pedophiles. That's what's going on, and that's how we need to go about this. And it will fucking ruin these people. It will fucking ruin them. And you know what? I honestly don't have any shadow of a doubt that he probably is pedophile too, given his behavior and his self-projection and whatever. So do I feel absolutely comfortable getting on a podcast and saying and giving this argument forth? Yeah. And do I give a fuck? No. Because we're all going to tremendously benefit all. Now, at the same time, I really do hope you guys are creating I really hope that the unrelated drama, the drama with me and the people and the shit that happened in the past.
Yeah.
What that is that's a scarecrow argument. They're attacking issues that have nothing to do with the current issue and controversy that we're involved in now. However, you can turn this around. You can turn this around by having an edge on them. Okay? And the reason why I've given you the information that I gave to you today and had Red talk to you and given you the videos I've given to you is because those videos that I made, those long dead videos that I made, showing the evidence of them trying to shut down my website and what they've tried to do to us and me retaliating in response. Nobody is aware of that side of the story except you. So now you have specific information, and I give you full permission to use those 2 videos I linked you to, the ones that are unpublished. You could use content from them if you want to go on your tirade. I don't give a fuck, because we're all trying to benefit off of this. So if you want to use footage from there, then go ahead. And we could benefit off of them scarecrowing you. And how we could benefit off of them scarecrowing us is that we could create more drama on top of the drama that already exists that has nothing to do with the drama that we're trying to focus on, because the more drama that we create surrounding this issue, the more the ripple effect of attention comes to us. It doesn't matter if somebody's talking shit about you, whether it's good or bad. You're getting subs, you're getting Patreon money, you're getting comments, yada, yada. That's all that matters. You see? And then at the end of all this drama, when these people are sitting in the filth and they have nothing to talk about, you got 200 or 300 more people to pay attention to you and your ideas. So you win in the end, no matter what. You see what I'm saying? And there's no way you're going to lose, because we all know that none of us are pedophiles, and you can't lose when you're up against a fucking pedophile. It's impossible. They always lose. The pedophiles always lose. We know this.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, there's such thing as bad PR, they say.
No, there isn't. There isn't. That is a certain well-known saying in the world of capitalism. There's no such thing as bad PR. There really isn't. And this is why sometimes celebrities will purposely get themselves arrested and do stupid shit like drive drunk down the road and crash their purpose, because it makes them more famous, man. So it's all good, Don't take it personally. Don't take the attacks against you personally. Don't get upset. It doesn't matter.
I don't.
And by the way, I literally admitted to you that I did hack their chat room. And what else did I say? Yeah, Dapperton said that I hacked some of them. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, I did. No one denied that. Like, duh. Like, who do you think I am? I'm an egoist. I do what it is according to my self-interest. Did I copyright Dapperton's channel? Yeah, I did. I'll do. So what? Look what he did to me. Fuck. So half of the shit that people are saying that I do, I mean, the reason why people are acting like I'm hiding the fact that some of these things I've done is because honestly, nobody has even talked to me except you guys.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here and they're like, you know, Ninja hacked people and this and that, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I made a video of it 2 years ago. Like, how is this a secret? I literally made a video boasting about it while I was doing it. I don't know if you guys managed to watch the video of me kicking them out of their own Hangouts chat. Did you see?
Yeah. You just started going off on.
Yeah. So,
hey Blue, who is that Bunny Riley person?
that bunny person?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey there.
How are you?
Good. I was just
he's cool.
Okay.
Hey, listen. Yeah, he's cool. Don't worry about it. Anybody who has a blue pass to get in the blue safe house are people that are valued here in the server, and people that I know and trust, and you don't have to worry about them. Hardly anybody has access to this room. You're good. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's fine. I had a backup plan even if they were in here fucking trying to record shit.
Yeah, just don't. I mean, obviously they're okay. Now you must have watched Dappern's latest video, and you obviously could tell that was my voice, right? Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
so yeah, of course, yeah. So the thing is that I don't care, and I'm not afraid to admit that was me. Who gives a fuck? Like, what's the big deal? And then another thing is, if people do have a recording of my real voice, there's still nothing to tie my real voice to, unless you somehow know who I am in the giant New York City that I exist in, or someone who knows me knows that I do this, and nobody who knows me in my real life, not even my family, knows that I run this.
No, that's not what I was getting at. What I was getting at was somebody coming in here and possibly taking our conversation out of context.
I wouldn't do that. I like everyone in here. Like, it would be a benefit to myself to do that.
Right.
There's nothing to take. There's nothing to take out of context. The whole entire reason why I started this drama was to benefit off of it, and I've already boasted about it. I told Backho in his video. I said, they're like, what's your motive in this? And I said, I don't have any principles that I'm defending here. I really don't give a fuck what you do with your lives. But I know that nobody likes pedophiles, and when I see somebody being a pedophile, I'm going to use this to destroy my enemy and defeat my opponents and benefit off of it at the same time. So my self-interest is my own benefit and the benefit of people I'm collaborating with to destroy you. That's what I'm doing this for. Do you have any other questions? Like, do you see the reality here? I'm not even trying to hide this.
No, I get it.
There's no shame in my game in the fact that I act in accordance with my own interests, and I don't have any principles. My principles are literally what works for me and the ideology that we're trying to promote here, and other things that we're trying to promote, which is the unification of anarchists and the purging of the filth, which is what I'm interested in. So yeah, at that current point in time, those motherfuckers were shutting down my website, flagging my videos, ruining Red's channel, destroying our server. I would call what I did to them complete justice, is what I would call it. But to this very day, no matter how many snapshots that they say they have of me or whatnot, they could say that I wanted to dox people or tried to 1,000 times, but nobody has any actual evidence that I did. So I admitted to hacking people. I admitted to shutting down their chat room. What else do I boastfully admit to? Let's see. Oh, engaging in this drama for the sole benefit of the attention and the benefit of getting subs for all of us and yada yada. Yeah, so after me having admitted to all those things that I just said, hacking them and this and that, blah blah, if the type of character that I am, and I'm going to ask you right now, do you really think that I would give a fuck to admit that I doxed somebody if I actually did, do you think that I would be the kind of person to look at you and say, no, I didn't do that? Or you think I would sit here and say, haha, yeah, I did. And I did it for myself. And I don't care what people think. What do you think would be, if I really did that, what would you think I'd do? Would I, knowing how much you know me now, would I sit here and say, ha, yeah, I did, and I don't give a fuck, and then boast about it? Or would I try to hide it? What would I do? What do you think I've
actually been tempted to tell a lot of people that, like, you're the kind of person that would just go out and just say, yeah, I did it.
Yeah, I would. And goddamn, I wish I doxed Dapperton, because I would be running around like a chicken with my head cut off right now on every YouTube channel laughing at him.
Yeah, fucking.
I really wouldn't. Like,
it's not like it really matters, because I mean his docs is pretty openly available.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, anything that I do, I have no shame in the things that I do, even things that I do that other people would consider bad, because I really, truly don't give a fuck what people think about me, which is why I made a video of when I hacked these people, and which is why I told you guys, I said, go ask Vegan Anarchist about when his computer broke, because it did. Go ask him. During that time, his computer shut down and it broke, and he went nuts in the live stream.
The problem is, I had no idea how to get a hold of him. I tried looking at his social media platforms on the.
He'd probably fucking block you.
I'm either not on them or they don't work. Like, he shut down his Twitter page.
Yeah, he'd probably block you anyway. But do you have a video of him spurging out as you're shutting down his stream?
Well, Red, do you still have that video of him throwing his computer around and saying that his MacBook isn't working no more and screaming that I knew that Ninja did this because he said he was going to? Do you remember that?
Never recorded that. So
God damn it. That would have been so fucking funny.
Man. Did you record the time where we made him so upset that he banged his head through the fucking wall and put a hole in the wall and said he was going to go around shooting people?
I don't know if I think you might have just punched the wall. I don't remember, but we used to. That was when we were on Hangouts. You know, he shook his face, and behind him was the wall, and there was a hole in the wall about the size of between the size of a fist to the size of a head ball. So I don't know if it was his head or his fist or what, but I didn't get it on video. Maybe he didn't even do that on video.
Yeah, there was one time in a chat room where he punched a fucking hole in the wall, I think. And he said that he's just going to go around with a gun and start murdering people. And he could understand why these mass shooters do what they do, because everybody's complete filth. And this cis white man needs to die. And we're like, whoa, you need to calm the fuck down, dude. Fucking feds are going to come after you if you keep talking like that. The kid's nuts.
The feds probably already got to him.
Probably.
That's why he's like, what the fuck is that gender he identifies as? That's what happened to him. The feds got to him, and he's like an MK Ultra experiment now.
Probably. But yeah, anybody, dude, listen, like I said, I got no shame in my game, because everything I do is for my fucking self. So if you get anybody in here right now, I don't care if Dapperton himself came in here and he's like, hey, we're live streaming right now. I just want to ask you, did you hack the Vegan Anarchist computer by sending an exploit to his computer and making it break? And I would say, yeah, I did. And I would start laughing, because I don't fucking care. And I already commented in his video that I did. So, like, I don't understand.
I can imagine that he's going to be that. I'm still working on that video, by the way, just adding SO's character stills and stuff like that. I imagine at the end he's going to make another reply, just going to be like, hey, you know, Blue admitted to it. And I think my reply is just going to be a 5-second video, just going to be like, yeah.
Just say, yeah, I know.
Yeah, he admitted to it so much that he made an entire video about it 2 years ago, in which he thought he was so awesome and boasted about it for about 10 whole minutes in a montage that he created. So how is this old news, and how is this a dramatic controversy if Blue himself isn't even trying to hide it? It doesn't make any sense.
I think he'd swear to God if you told him I don't care.
No, I.
So I think he forgot if I said I don't care, which I'm going to be honest, I do, but only in the sense that those assholes completely deserved it.
And yes, I did try to take credit for Anarchy Ball doxing Dapperton because I was so jealous. I thought the guy was so cool for doing that. I'm like, man, fuck this guy. I'm just gonna say that I did that.
Fair enough.
But yeah, man, whatever. I don't care. I think this is all quite funny, actually, to me. I'm sitting over here smiling every video these people fucking make. Like, I don't understand. You're trying to make a person feel shameful about things that they don't feel shameful about doing. I don't get it. Like, I'm the kind of person that like, in ethics and philosophy class, I used to say shit that made people cry. And they would get mad and said they're going to beat me up and shit. And then the whole classroom would, like, scold me because they hated how logically cruel I was to people in the classroom while debating them, and made everybody feel uncomfortable, made them feel like they're idiots. And nobody liked me. And, like, at one time, there was this kid in class. This was college. This kid goes, "That's it, I'm going to punch you." And I go, "Okay, well, you do that, and just let everybody know how mature an adult you are in an educational institution where, we're supposed to be, we're like 26 years old, but okay, you can do that if you want to." And he stormed out of the classroom, like, crying when they told him that. And everybody in the classroom, and this is college, they turned around and looked at me and they go, "You know that nobody likes you in this class, right?" And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't come here for people to like me. I came here to get an education. Fuck you. Who cares? And then there was, like, literally nothing they could do. Like, when that literally is your attitude, you don't give a fuck about what the crowd thinks about you, where you're truly that much of an individual, they lose the power to intimidate you and control you and scare you and harass you into a corner. You just walk around and say, "Yeah, I did this and that, and I don't give a fuck. What are you going to do now?" Because that's what they're... The shame is the ultimate weapon. Crowds will try to shame you into being their slave. They're trying to prevent you from being a free person by controlling you with shame. Shame is the ultimate crowd control tool. Don't ever give into it, ever.
Yeah, I know that all too well.
Trying to do to me.
I know that all too well. When I was getting expelled from school because I didn't like the people in my school, they made me go to this meeting to apologize so I could stay in the school. They said, "Are you going to apologize?" I'm like, "No, I don't feel sorry for what I did." I said, "I don't want to."
Oh yeah, did I tell you about the time I got disowned by, like, a large chunk of my family because I have a cousin who tried to identify as non-binary, and I said that's not a thing.
Yeah, I think you were telling that last night in your server chat.
Your cousin's non-binary, and your reply to your family was, "That's not a thing"?
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, well, that wasn't, like, word for word what I said. I just said non-binary doesn't exist. It's just a plea for attention.
Did they call you a bigot?
Yeah, they did, and it was funny because, like, my dad's mom, so my grandma, who's close to that side of the family, called me up screaming and fucking crying about it, telling me, "You need to apologize right now," and I just said no.
Hey, Blue, would you also say that, as much as you know people will try and hurt your ego, and it's obvious that the ultimate counter weapon is to not care. Would you also say that people who try and stroke your ego, try and puff you up, or whatever the term is also a bad thing, or at least a powerful weapon?
I would have to say is that I could tell when people are pumping up my ego sincerely or disingenuously. And when they do it disingenuously, it's so horribly apparent that they are. And if you were in the same room with somebody who was doing that to me, you could tell just by my reaction that I'm just kind of, like, smiling and quivering at the awkwardness of which they're trying to do and so miserably failing that. I think it's very easy how should I say it?
People like your ass.
Yes.
Yes, people like Dapperton like to think that when people say bad shit about him, that it pumps up his ego, but it doesn't. He doesn't like people to say bad shit about him. I just laugh. Yeah. I just laugh when people do because I mean, what's getting me mad is that these people are acting like I'm trying to hide this. And I'm sitting around boasting off of some of this shit that they said that I did, and they're like, Operation Anarchism don't want you to know this, and I'm like, bitch, I do. That's why I made a video of it. Like, you're ruining the fun. I'm getting mad because they're ruining my like glorious like boastingness of me making it obviously apparent that I'm not ashamed of doing this shit. They're making it look like I'm ashamed of doing something that I'm not ashamed at all. And other people are like, oh, feel shame, Blue. I'm like, I don't. And do you think I do is because they told you that I do. And now you're engaging in this like big cuck fest. Let's make Operation Bluism feel shameful, and you think that he does, but you can talk to him so you don't know that he's sitting in the corner laughing about this, and that just makes me mad. So I'll just get in the podcast and I'll say, yeah, I wish I doxed Dapperton, and I did try to create credit for it, and I did hack Vegan Anarchist computer and send an exploit to it, and that's why it broke. You could go ask him, and he'll tell you when he got his MacBook fixed last, and I did hack their chat room and shut it down. So what now? I told you all this already. Let's move on now to the juicy facts. Thank you. Controversy ended.
Are we gonna make a DApps, or are we gonna make the podcast a DApps free zone, or should we just bring it up anyways just to generate more controversy?
Are we gonna repeat that again? I couldn't hear because of the cars that were in there.
Are we gonna cast a DApps free zone and just focus on the juicy stuff, or should we do a little bit to talk about the DApps controversy and how you're not trying to cover anything up?
I think that we should do it all after talking to this. After originally I had a different idea, but after talking to this advertising guy, he basically said, create as much controversy as you possibly can, and let them talk about you. Let them think things that aren't true. Let people theorize. Let people wonder. And he said, you kind of want to do it like this. He said, you want to release a little bit of information, and then at the end of the podcast, be like, on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that's why I suggested that it's a good idea to release them in multiple parts, because if you release one and then you have more, it sort of like it gets people interested in what's going to come next, and then they start talking about it, and pretty soon you've got hundreds, thousands of people watching, just waiting to hear what you're going to bring next.
And I'm sure a lot of people are going to start talking about me when the first thing I say on the podcast is admitting that I try to take credit for Anarchy Ball doxing Dapperton, and I was jealous that he did so, and I thought it was amazing that he did, and funny because it pissed him off, and that I hacked Vegan Anarchist computer and sent an exploit to it, and it got broke. Go ask Vegan Anarchist when his computer broke, and that I hacked the chat room.
Should I make a sarcastic reply to that along the lines of, "You betrayed me. This was right all along."
Yeah, maybe so. Well, that was pretty weird when Daps went on the tirade. He's like, these people don't bite. What did he say? Don't bite the hand that feeds you. What the fuck is this? What kind of anarchist would say that? Don't bite the hand that feeds you, you piece of shit. You fucking slime, you're beneath me. What the
Yeah, he says shit. He's been saying shit.
He's that Alviso and filthy heretic should suck his dick or something.
He's been saying shit like that to everybody. He even told the Executioner. I'm pretty sure you haven't heard of him. He's like a smaller ANCAP channel, but he works with him on that stupid Libertoon series. He fucking told that guy, because he went on vacation with his family, that he got mad because he replaced that guy's voice lines with Listen to Reason's voice. For that week that he was out of town, and then he fucking told that guy when he got back and he was mad about it, you're so small, you're replaceable. I could just get anybody else to do your voice.
Yeah. This is the epitome of the kind of person that you don't want in your society. Literally, that's really bad. I can just imagine like living in my ANCOM society, and like as women come to the warehouse of goods, I could be like, yeah, that's right. Take the food. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Now suck this dick, bitch. If you want more food, like that would be Daps. Suck these balls if you want more food from the warehouse of goods, you little bitch.
Yeah. It's funny how Dabs like to treat you and Filthy and Esso like underlings, even though that Esso and Filthy are smarter than Dabs combined.
Yeah, well, that's
you want to know? You want to know something about Mr. Dapperton that we're about to uncover in the video? Like you guys are going to be the first people to hear about this because he tried to hide it. So somebody got banned from their private from the Libertoons Twitter DMs because they exposed that Mr. Dapperton has never actually read a book about anarcho-capitalism before.
I think I've heard that before. He never read a.
He has never done any research about anarcho-capitalism. He literally knows nothing about it.
Yeah. He even like stated that he even bought books like for his family. I believe like Lark and Rose or whatever, and then he never read the books.
He never read them. The book was so great, I bought it for my whole family. I never read a page, but man, it was great, and I got it for everyone in my family. What the fuck? How do you know that the book was great then?
Well, Mr. Dapperton's the god of the ANCAPs. He doesn't have to read the book. He already knows everything.
He has an IQ over 250.
Well, is that really true, or or is the truth? Is the truth closer to the fact of what I said?
No,
he's just jumping on this ANCAP popularity to sell $200 shitty masks that he makes in his basement because he doesn't want to get a job. He wants to continue to live as a poor, fat, 36-year-old in a shitty apartment.
It's probably a little bit of both, actually. Yeah, it's probably both.
Let's look at the severity of this guy's life, okay? He epitomizes himself as like this really rich cartoon character that sits around in these expensive suits in a mansion with all these expensive guns and these hot babes with big shit. But in reality, in his real life, he's the opposite of that. He drives a shitty vehicle, lives in a shitty apartment that looks like a fucking crack house. His hygiene and his health looks absolutely utterly horrible. So it's kind of like this YouTube personality that he created is what he always wanted to be as a little boy, and he can't. So what he does is he coerces young children who are more intelligent than he is into doing his bidding, in which they can make money for him as he sits on his couch, his fat ass, and eats 100% of the product of the labor of the children that he's coerced into working for him.
Well,
and speaking of the children he's coerced, I'm assuming you're familiar with Atomic ANCAP.
Yeah, I know about that. Is that like did he go by ANCAP kid at one time?
Yeah,
that's pretty sad.
Basically, he considered himself and was considered by many to be like Dapperton's protege, his son. He recorded a 40-second video for the video we're making for us.
Oh, wait a minute. He's getting stabbed in the back by that kid. Are you serious?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah, he's on our side now.
He was on our server, wanted to know what was going on. I told him as much as I knew, and he realized, like, wow, Dapperton's really being crappy right now.
Like, I knew Atomic ANCAP would side with you guys, to be honest.
So this is our chance. Oh, wow, okay. Then this is our chance to dethrone Dapperton, purge the ANCAP community of filth,
exactly,
and purge the anarchist movement as a whole, Interpol, and all pedophiles. All of it at the same time.
Pretty much everybody that we've spoken to so far that's an ANCAP is on our side on this one. Pretty much everybody. Except for the Hoppians. The Hoppians aren't, but everybody else is.
So this is why Dapperton is so pissed, because he feels the fear. He knows that his days are near. He knows.
Oh yeah, and there's something else too. I mean, there's a Dapperton created a chat room on Twitter for discussing like Libertoons or whatever he calls it. I don't remember. And like people who started disagreeing with him, he started just blocking them and unblocking them to boot them out of the chat room. And it wasn't just me; it was a whole bunch of people. Like you had the Executioner, Kitsune, someone you've never heard of, and a bunch of other people whose names I don't remember. I'm pretty sure Atomic ANCAP was also kicked off.
So he's basically an ANCAP that uses authority. He's like, I'm going to use my authority and power over you. He's the kind of people that turn me off from ANCAPs. I'm glad I know some sensible ANCAPs.
So I'm an anarchist, but I'm going to create a cult of personality and power and authority around around myself, and then tell other ANCAPs what to do in this anarchist society that we all believe.
He doesn't even talk
Have
about.
you guys all seen the screenshot I have of Dapperton demanding people take a side?
Oh yeah, I posted that on my Gab. I posted that on my Gab.
I have let's see, where should I post this? I'm going to post it on the command center.
So I'm imagining in this new ANCAP society, Dapperton lives in a high-rise building, and you all work for him, and no free trade or anything is conducted without his knowledge or without him taking a cut of it.
Yep, pretty much. Now, yeah, this is
Basically
just
the very government we hate.
exactly. And I just posted the screenshot in the command center.
I don't think he even cares about politics, honestly. I think, yeah, it's what Blue said. The dude's just interested in selling merchandise and trying to be a fucking drama YouTuber.
Yep.
He probably doesn't even care about having.
It'll help move your idea of ANCAP.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think that he's interested in politics either way. I don't think he'd create a state. I don't think he wants authority. I think he's just an opportunist trying to sell merchandise off of e-drama.
If he was serious, he would be working his ass off and chasing a higher form of education like I am in order to put himself into a position in society where he could fund these efforts himself if he was really passionate about what he wanted to do, which is what I'm doing now.
And if he wasn't able to do that,
I haven't got $1 from anybody. Do you guys know who Agora is? And do you guys who knew Agora?
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
Yeah,
I never heard of him, unfortunately.
The videos that he's making, and the web camera he's using, I bought him that web camera. I bought it for him.
Oh, damn, man.
I bought him the web camera for